It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Indiana Pacers. Indiana has not been playing their best basketball. Just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing a shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one. Well, lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but...
Crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You're making me hungry. Is it lunchtime?
Welcome, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. The Pacers still playing on their home court in this one. Things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another, so they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they'll have to come out strong to get a different result. Losses happen. It's how you respond that really matters in this league. You got to be able to bounce back.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with David Lee, and it's Insanity in at the 1 spot.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now, here's George. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Insanity, the pass to Levine. Releases from 15. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got his first bucket in this one. And here is Hill. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight. Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Levine. The shot no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think, Greg, they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
George against Wiggins. And George kicks to Hill. Here's Johnson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points.
Insanity, the pass to Lee. Here's Insanity. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Insanity's got 7 points.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Ellis outside. George sets a screen for Ellis. Now the dish to Hill. 6 to shoot. Johnson, the shot is off. Good D by Lee. Timberwolves leading by 3. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's George. 11-point game his last outing. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Lets it go from 14. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
It's deflected, and he gets it back. Again, missing Hill. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Right wing. Here's Insanity, defended by George. Insanity, the pass to Lee. Here's Levine. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up again is Minnesota. Again in transition. Nets the corner 3. Levine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke. And it's the Pacers with the ball. They trail by 16. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Insanity in at shooting guard. Zhang is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here is Miles. And Lawson, here we go. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Just tremendous. We're always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Bogut comes in for Mahimi. And it's Johnson in for C.J. Miles. Levine's checked in for Minnesota. Hill has the open look. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Levine passes to Insanity. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. How about 37 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds? And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
And this is exactly what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to come on.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Pacers trail by 20. Lawson dishes to Hill. On the wing, George. Offline with his 3.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Here's the screen. Passes to Insanity. Clock at 4. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Insanity's got 6 here in this quarter. For Indiana, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Lawson kicks to George. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. 17-foot shot on the way. That doesn't go either for George.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Outside Hill. George sets a screen for Hill. Pass to Bogut. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
No good from Insanity. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Charlotte.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Here's Hill, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. A baseline J. George, no good.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets had a huge game. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity. Like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the and through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I don't try to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
What a game we've seen here for Insanity. He has 15 points, then his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got Hill. Amir Johnson is out there with Bogut. Then it's Ellis, and it's George in at the small forward position. Here's Levine after the made shot from Monte Ellis. And taken away by Ellis. And Hill has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Offensive rebound. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now here is Hill. He has 5. Outside, George. It's rebounded by Towns.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Inside. The shot is off. Nice D from Bogut.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And it's sent back by Bogut.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Screen by Bogut. Ellis goes in. Got a piece of it. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Hill on the wing. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. George, and against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. George has got 8.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper? A moment now to see the numbers for Andrew Bogut. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging 9 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Pacers trail by 21. Outside, George. And stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 14 points for the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Screen by Bogut. Hill kicks to Ellis. No good on the 3.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. It's stolen by Hill. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. The shot by George, wide open. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here's Levine. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Ellis. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. High post try, and that one goes long.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
41 seconds left in the third quarter. Good chance here for George. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Wiggins, plenty of space. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Screen by Bogut. Hill drives in. Ellis fires. No good, unable to end this run.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
And another 3 for Minnesota.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Outside, George, and the miss. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. But Timberwolves on top, just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Both teams deciding to change it up. Minnesota's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. So on the floor for Minnesota, Insanity, he's in at point guard. MyCareer is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Pekovic, and it's Jeter in at the 2. Now, here's George. There's the pick. High, arcing shot.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Hill. And Miles kicks to Hill. Here's George. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Insanity, the pass to Carroll. To the left wing, 6 to shoot. No good from Insanity.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Pekovic, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
His ball distribution tonight, just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
The shot by George, no good. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 28 points for Freak.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
The drive by Hill, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Freak. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Indiana. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Here's Insanity. Lawson defending. Insanity, the pass to Dang. Here's Pekovic. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted to do.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
They simply refuse to let their opponent off the hook in either game of this season series. That's why they're going to finish the year with a record of 2-0 against the Pacers.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Insanity. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Hill dishes to Mahinmi. Lawson has the open look. Got it from 16 feet. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Insanity, the pass to Dang. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
And he gets the bucket.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, They've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. He delivered. He didn't have any problem scoring. They never really had a way to slow him down. Come on.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gonna be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gonna